Good morning. I'll just hold on a wee minute and see if some people join the live. I know it takes a wee while sometimes for it to tell people that I'm live. Good morning. I'm glad that it's not too overcast here in Edinburgh. I'm by the window, so hopefully the light is nice for you to be able to see things. Good morning. My name's Maddie Harvey. My little company's called Maddie Harvey Designs. I'm a knitwear designer and knitting teacher, and I'm based in Edinburgh. I like creating knitting patterns and knitting kits that help knitters develop their creativity and confidence. And today, well actually over the whole weekend, 10% of my profits are going to a local food bank here in Edinburgh called Broomhouse One Stop Shop. They also do lots of great community advice in that area, so not just a food bank but a really good resource for local people. Okay, so I'm going to show you some things. So I'm going to start off with a brand new knitting pattern. So this is the soft hearted hat. Okay, now these spooky for Halloween head mannequins are a little bit small, so that's why this one looks huge. This is a large. It comes in 3 sizes and it's done in 2 colours with garter stitch and slip stitches there. So I'll just say while I remember that my patterns are on Ravelry or PayHip, and all the kits are in my online store on Folksy, and you can find all the links in my Instagram profile, or if you're watching on Facebook later, they're in my pinned post. So this is a soft-hearted hat pattern that's just come out yesterday, and it's slightly slouchy with this lovely slip stitch pattern. So that's the large, which is why it looks huge on this head mannequin. This one is the small. So that's the lovely pink and light grey. That fits a bit better on the mannequin. I'm quite tempted to draw a face. They're a bit spooky, but quite fitting for today. So those kits come in lots of different colours. Let me show you. So they are this is Jamison Smith 2-ply jumper weight, which is a 4-ply or fingering weight or sock yarn weight. So I've got loads of different colour combinations in the online shop on Folksy. I'm not going to be able to show you them all just now, but they basically involve all these colours. But if you go over there and there's a colour combination that you fancy that I haven't put up, just send me a wee message and I can put some balls of yarn together and take some photos for you, so that you can have something that's really quite a bright contrast, like this is navy here and this blue, or you can have a more subtle one like the pink and the grey that I showed you. So that's the soft-hearted hat. So you can buy the pattern and the kit on Folksy, and the kit you can have different pattern options, so you can just get the hat, or you can have, let me show you, I'm doing this weekend a special bundle of hat patterns. So this hat is called Seed Head. Again, it's a slightly slouchy hat. This one is done in double knit and it comes in 3 sizes. It's got a lovely lace and bobble pattern. So you can have a kit with Seed Head and this one, which is called Trilliant. So again, this is a double knit hat that comes in 3 sizes, and it's got this travelling stitch pattern to make these triangles. So there's a special pattern bundle with Seed Head, Trilliant and the new soft-hearted hat, and that's available on Ravelry and PayHip. Okay, so that's the hats. Let me move on to the shawls now. I'll start with Loanin, which is here. So this is a textured shawl. It's a big triangle it's got travelling stitches and these little motifs here and big eyelets. And that one is done with a laceweight yarn and a mohair yarn held together. I'll show you. Oh, it's going to fall off. I'll put it there, nice and elegantly done. So there's various different colour combinations for the Loanin. I have got a beautiful burgundy. So this one is the Jamison Smith 2-ply lace weight, and you hold it together with a strand of the Rico Yarns mohair silk. So there's the burgundy one. There is, oh, I'm going to have to pick this up off the floor. There is a purple marled version. So there's this gorgeous, really vibrant violet purple with the pink, with the pinky red, which makes a nice marled version. There's the mustard, which is what my sample is knitted in. You can also have a very pretty pale pink. And then there are different blues. So there's a kind of navy and this royal blue. And then you can have the same royal blue with the teal. And then there's a light blue kit there. And you can have that same light blue but with a grey. That one's very subtle. I think the patterning will come out really nicely with that combination. So those are all available over on in the folksy shop, and again you get your option of different versions of the pattern, whether you want it emailed to you or if you want it on Ravelry. So that's Loanin, that one. And the other one I've got here is Louie. This one is done in Jamison Smith 2-ply jumper weight. So it's got the garter stitch rib with eyelets. It's done in 3 sections. It's a big triangular shawl. Actually, I might put this one on. I've been wearing this one quite a bit in the house. And this is the pink and orange version, but it also comes in, let me show you the other combinations you can have. There is the mustard and light grey. So the light grey where the pink is, and then the mustard for the contrast. Or the other version that's there is a teal. So the darker teal where the pink is, and the light teal where the orange is. So there's 3 different kits for that one up in the folksy shop, with the various different pattern options. But again, you can also just buy the pattern if you've got some yarn that you think might work. For the kits you get 4 balls of the main colour and 2 balls of the contrast, and those are 25 gram balls, the little Jamison Smith. So they're really versatile. So that's Louie. And then the other kit that I have is for my winter Lights shawl. Now I don't have very many of these left because I've previously done them as a pre-order. The yarn is dyed especially for me by Rusty Ferret Yarns. So it's 3 mini skeins for the blue, and then you get this very, very dark grey background for a full skein. So this is done in 4-ply, and it's done you knit it in 2 halves into the middle, and then you join in the middle with a 3-needle cast off, and it has tassels, which I love. So there's a few kits for that left in the folksy shop. As I say, it's an exclusive colourway from Rusty Ferret, and it's got a slip stitch pattern, and the idea is that it looks like winter lights or fairy lights, which actually I'm thinking I might put them up early this year. I don't know about you. So let me show you the yarn for that one. So you get a full skein, 100 gram skein of the very dark grey, and then you get these beautiful mini skeins in Harbour Wave. Leona has called the colourway, and it's a fade. So there's only a few of those left, so you can get them on Folksy, and if you want the pattern by itself you can get that on Ravelry or Pay Hip. And then the other thing to tell you about the winter lights and the Loanin Shawl is that they are part of a collection that I did last year called Shawl Saturday, which the idea was that at the weekend on a Saturday you might be casting on a new shawl project. So you can get there's 5 patterns in that collection, and you can buy if you buy one of the kits you have an option to get the collection as well for a really good price, saving you quite a lot on if you bought the patterns by themselves. So I'll just show you the other 3 patterns that come with that collection. So you would get Winter Lights, Loanin, you would also get this one, which is called Make a New. This is done in yarn from Bear in Sheep's Clothing, who I think is on later. It's a stripy lacy pattern. And then you would also get Centauria, which is a textured travelling stitch garter stitch wrap with a lovely lattice fringe. And the last one you would get would be Quinsithia, which is a mohair and laceweight modular shawl with a lovely triangular edging. So you would get those patterns as well, so that's an option. And then very quickly, because I'm running out of time, I just want to talk about what I'm wearing. This is my Coraline sweater. It's a double knit weight sweater. It comes in 9 sizes. And that's available on Ravelry and Pay Hip. This one is, I'm wearing the size 3, which is cropped and has a dipped hem at the back. This one here, which I'll just bring in to show you, is the size 2, and it has a longer length body, this one, and a straight hem. So there's a couple of different hem options there. It's a garter stitch background with a slip stitch texture over the top, and it's got little eyelets in the body. So that's Coraline. It's knitted in double knit. These 2 are knitted in Rowan's Moordale yarn. And then very quickly I'll just show you my Amma sweater, which is another double knit weight pattern. This one's done in yarn from the Wool Kitchen. It has a textured yoke, it has raglan shaping, and a kind of boat neck, and then it has the colour block on the hem and the sleeves. So that's a good one if you've got some couple of special skeins of double knit yarn. It's really good for variegated. So that's the Amma sweater, and that one's available on Ravelry and Pay Hip as well. And if you fancied any of the kits, those are over there on Folksy. So I think I've got time just to very quickly say that if you have ordered an advent calendar, a yarny advent calendar, and you're not sure what to do with it, I've got a couple of patterns. This is the Choose Colour cowl, which is done with mini skeins, which would be perfect for your advent yarn, or any mini skeins actually. And this one is called Patience. It has a kind of swirl there. It's a fade effect, and that's a big double looped cowl. So that's Patience and Choose Colour. If you're wondering what to do with your advent calendar yarn, that's what to do with them. Thank you very much for watching. All my links are in my profile, or if you're watching later on Facebook, they are on my pinned post. Okay, thanks. Bye.